Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The 1st April is here and we have a lot of stuff that is ongoing in Rollercoin. We have a crafting offer, bundle sales, a progression event, as well as a puzzle event all at the same time. As always, you're gonna find timestamps to jump to the part that interests you the most. And we are going to get started with something a little bit different. There's the April's Fool's Day, of course, ongoing, but they changed the amount of season tokens per block apparently to 1.5k season tokens, and the network power of these ones actually skyrocketed already. They said it's not a joke, but on 1st April we never can be sure. But if this stays, then we will have now a lot of season tokens going to be put into the system, so that we can expect the white parts to be getting a little bit lower over time. Now that there's a puzzle event ongoing, of course the prices go up at the moment because of the merge, but maybe this will impact the future. So now that we have this tiny information out of the way, I just thought this was really important. Let's get started with the puzzle event. We have the Fool's Day for 3 days and we have some really good rewards. The last rewards here are really juicy, and for those ones you would need to exchange Rollertoken, win games, open lucky cases, and here's the merging what I just mentioned it, and because of this green parts actually dropped a lot in the marketplace. And then here we have 11 Rollertoken exchanging, some more lucky chests and some more exchanging stuff. And I think that this puzzle event is really expensive, because if you do actually look into it, what you need to do to reach 14 of the tasks here to get the last reward, which is the cake crash. This one cannot be sold in the marketplace, but it has 26p in mining power, so the miner is really good. But is it actually worth it? Because if you want to get to 14 points, then you would need to do a lot of stuff, including opening 128 of those lucky cases, and I think this is a little bit overkill. I always tend to lose a lot of money on those lucky cases, and I think I would spend way more than the actual value of the miner that you get here up. So I think for me the puzzle event this time is a questionable one, because it's kinda for whales. The parts merging is really good, but anything else than that, because you would need to exchange in total around 52 Rollertoken. So if you don't have at least 52 Rollertoken worth of any of the currencies like Dogecoin or Ethereum, whatever's here that you are mining, then basically you are already out of the puzzle event, because this is the minimum that you need to go for, plus the 128 lucky cases, playing all of the games, and of course merging at least all of the parts that you have inside of the puzzle, and then you would be at 14 rewards here. And I think this is a really advanced puzzle event, unlike the last ones. Also, if you happen to get all of the rewards and you are lucky enough to get the golden card here, then there's another catch to this puzzle event, because I think it's really only meant for whales. Then you will have this cake crash here twice, and then you could make it a level 2 version, and then of course you could make it a level 3 one, because you get one of them level 2 already. And then here comes the catch, guys. You need 15k white wires to make the first level 2 version, and it costs you 25 Rollertoken in merging fee. And then for the next level, if you want to make it the level 3 version with a crazy 70p in mining power and 25% bonus power, then you need 750 of the green wires, which are really inexpensive actually, but you need 75 Rollertoken for the merging fee. And seeing all of this, the combined price is escalating really badly actually, because even if we have a 50% merging discount now, it will only cut the parts in half, but we still need to pay 100 Rollertoken on top to actually make this merge happen. So I think that the puzzle event for the most people is not really going to work out in their favor, because of how expensive the merge actually is. And now imagine you're doing 14 tasks and you're not even lucky enough to get the golden card here. That would mean that you need to do 2 more of the tasks, and there's only exchanging Rollertoken tasks left at that point, where then you will need to exchange a whopping 128 token. And I don't think that a lot of players have 128 token lying around in Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatsoever what you are mining. So this puzzle event, if you are very unlucky, is going to cost you a fortune and all of your currency basically. And I think about skipping this one, even though it looks really good. I think that this one is not as great as the last puzzle events, but there's something really good about it. Because of the puzzle event in the marketplace now, we have really crazy discounts on green parts, because everyone is basically merging the stuff and dumping everything inside of the marketplace. And because of that, I also also was already purchasing a lot of green parts, as you can see here. I sold some of my white ones, and if you have a lot of season tokens left, then now you can open a lot of part cases and make a lot of money, because we can expect the white parts for now temporarily getting more expensive. Meanwhile, the green ones are actually dropping a lot. So what you can do is basically sell all of your white parts and purchase the green ones again, so that maybe in the future when you need the green ones, you basically have them at a discount, or you're just gonna resell them in the marketplace when the time comes, so that you make a little bit of profit out of this. You have here, for example, the uncommon hashboards, and this morning they were at like 12 cents or something, and now they are dropping all the way down to 9 cents. So if you go and exchange now your season tokens and you make, let's say, 50 roller token, and you reinvest them here and hold them for a couple weeks, then you can expect those 50 roller token to be worth at least like 30 to 40% more, I would expect, when you are actually reselling those parts here. And the same applies to all of them, green parts. As if you go here to uncommon, for example, and you look at the fans, 940, or the wires are even worse, below 9 cents already, and some people dump the parts so much that this will probably at some point even be purchasable for like 8 cents or 7.5 cents if you are lucky and fast enough to purchase them in that moment. So while the puzzle event is not so great for beginners, I think we can still profit out of this, and that is very cool actually. And if you would want to participate, then I think what we can do as somewhat free-to-play players or beginners, we're just gonna go and play the games and hope for the best basically. But this is definitely something where I would not go all in, because of the nature of the puzzle event and how expensive it actually is. As always, here's the conclusion of the last puzzle event. Let's take our Madham puzzle event rewards. In total I went for 14 of them. Let's pray that we are getting both of the golden cards again. I exchange roller token, I win all of the 400 games, and I open the lucky cases. Gonna scroll down here so you can see exactly what I've been doing. And in the worst cases, I think we can open some more lucky cases, but let's go for the first reward, guys. Useless merge edge, second reward. ASIC bit. Third one is another Berg edge. We got already the dragon roller here with 3 rewards. Let's go for the fourth one. Roller fury, okay. ASIC bit, next one. Berg edge. And we already got the perfection, which cannot be sold in the marketplace. So we have a lot of rewards left that we can potentially get. Let's take the next one. Roller Mini Express, 100k mining power, okay. And this one cannot be sold in the marketplace. Let's go with the next one. Roller Fury, oh boy. Merge Edge, I have a feeling we are not getting any of the golden cards this time. 120 season tokens. We got our next reward here up. The Uncle's Dungeon on level 2 already merged. 4 rewards left, but we still have a lot more cards than just those golden ones. Vader Glory. This one can't be sold in the marketplace. 500k mining power. 3 more tries, guys. Oh my god, 2 more tries. Let's get at least one Uncle's Dungeon. There we go. First Uncle Dungeon. Oh my god. And we need the other card here down too. Please, Uncle Dungeon. Oh boy, Roller Mini Express, this was not the Uncle Dungeon. So let's see if I open some more lucky cases or if I just leave it as it is. We can get the Uncle Dungeon or season tokens. In the end I decided that I already lost enough money on those loot boxes and I will not go for more rewards. So this is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, guys. Sometimes this happens, and let's see if we are more lucky in the next puzzle events, and let's see the outcome of this one. In the Madham puzzle event I opened only 46 of those lucky boxes and I lost 30 roller token. This was pretty crazy. This would have costed me a fortune, and I didn't see the value of it to basically just try to get the last card. I didn't feel lucky enough, but in total we got 600p in mining power from this single event, so I think it was well worth it, this 30 roller token, and I don't even need to make it a higher tier in the future because the base miner that we got just like that is already enough. So absolute ridiculous, guys. Super good event. The Olala progression event is only here for 24 hours, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. The main reward is a really good miner with 25% bonus power, but now of course there is a catch to this one as well, because it's April's Fool. You will need 111 million points to actually reach this miner here. This is an absolute joke, guys, and I don't recommend to actually aim for this one. As you can see here, just for the last level you will need 100 million points, and everyone should know that this is kind of impossible and only whales can do this. If you exchange like 1000 roller token and you have the absolute maximum of a multiplayer of 100, then you could technically purchase purchase a couple boxes, and even then you will probably spend a fortune onto this, yet alone that you need $1,000 worth of currency to exchange in the first place. So this is an absolute joke, but here you have the overview, guys. At least most of the first levels here have a reasonable thing. As you can see here, you have a lot of stuff that you can actually reach as a free-to-play player, up to the point of, I would say, the rare stapler here down on level 10. This one is definitely impossible to reach, but all of the levels up to level 9 here, you can see you need only the 100k points, which is a lot, and then you need nothing basically. You just play a couple games and you get all of these things basically for free. So this is pretty cool, and I would recommend going only till here and ignore all of the rest if you do not actually intend to reinvest some currency and open chests and stuff. We have the legacy packages, and these packages are quite cool because you get the legacy versions of the Roller Million, Boneyard and Perfection, and if you know those miners already, then you already see a difference in the mining power and also in the bonus power. And this is super cool because these miners are fairly good and they cost you only 289 Dogecoin here inside of this package. And also you will not only get those 3 miners, which 2 of them can be resold in the marketplace later on, but also you will get 1k season tokens and the Stargazer rack. The Stargazer rack is pretty much useless because it has only 6 slots, but getting 1k season tokens on top means that you can resell a lot of parts now again. This is an estimated 12 to 13 Rollertoken at the moment, plus minus of course. Maybe it will be worth even a little bit more in the upcoming days for the merging quest inside the puzzle event. And then you will have those 2 miners which are really good. You can keep them a long time, and once you don't need them anymore, then you can expect to resell them in the marketplace quite easily because the legacy miners are basically really rare at the moment. You cannot acquire them outside of sales anymore. And also you could of course purchase those miners down here single, so that you can basically not spend too many Dogecoins and you just purchase one of the miners that you really like. For example, the Roller Million here with 7.5% bonus power for 159 Dogecoin, and the other ones for 95 Dogecoin or 129 Dogecoin. Another thing ongoing is a crafting offer that is pretty cool actually. You can make 1 battery by spending 2 batteries. This is absolutely insane. This is a very good offer, guys. Absolutely go for it. Craft your 1 battery for the price of 2. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is an April's Fool craft. This is actually happening. You waste your batteries to make 1 battery. This is pretty funny. They really seem to want to lower the batteries in the marketplace as badly as possible for the upcoming changes and stuff. So this is pretty funny to see. Then we have the Type Z. This one is a legacy version of the Type Z. I do not know how much bonus power this one has. If you know that, you can leave a comment down below and tell everyone. That would be awesome, guys. This one costs you 350 of the white hash boards. Just keep in mind that at the moment, because of the merging from the puzzle event, the white parts get actually more expensive. This one can unfortunately not be resold in the marketplace. So in worst cases, if the bonus power is not so great, you are wasting 350 of the white parts here. The next craft is the Dodgenator, and this one is very interesting because the Dodgenator, while it doesn't look too great as a single miner with 260k in mining power, it costs you 1 Dogecoin to click the crafting button and 350 of the white wires. But the Dodgenator has an insane craft, guys. If you would be able to make the Dodgenator 2 times, then you would be able to make this a tier 2 version, and on the tier 2 version you can already see the bonus power going up by 2.5 times. So this is absolutely crazy, and this miner keeps getting better the higher you upgrade it, and it's very cheap to actually merge it to the next tiers. Here, for example, if you go from tier 2 to tier 3, you have 5.5% bonus power already, and for this you would need to craft only 4 of them, which costs you only 1.4k of the white wires and 4 Dogecoin. So this is very inexpensive to craft and also very inexpensive to merge, and I think because the puzzle event is not as great, I will just skip that one and I will not merge the parts and stuff, and I will rather invest them into the Dodgenator. I will go all in. As you can see here, I already purchased some parts because my goal at the end is to get this one to tier 6. Look at the crazy power here, 40p in mining power and 25% bonus power, and as you can see down here, it costs you only 22 of the legendary fans here, 13 Rollertoken in merging fee, and the other crafts are very inexpensive as well, as I said. So this is a no-brainer merge. Also, I think it got way cheaper after the merge has been updated not so long ago. So this is what I gonna do, and I hope that you're gonna follow in my steps basically, and that even though you cannot participate in the puzzle event, that you will actually get into the Dodgenator and basically use this craft to your advantage, because this is absolute ridiculous, guys. I hope that you have some Dogecoin spare to actually click the craft craft button a couple times, that would be absolutely awesome. And I really would love if you would get a good miner out of this. And then we have the next one, the Lubelord. The Lubelord is super expensive to craft. This one costs you in total 405 of the green parts. And then you could basically craft one time this miner here. It looks pretty funny, and also it has a very good merge, but I think for 400 of the green parts it is way too expensive to make, and I think it's not worth it to actually go for it. You could already see here for 2.6k of the white parts, you could make it a tier 2 version with 5% bonus power, and the higher you merge it, the crazier the bonus power gets, all the way to 69% here on tier 6. So the miner itself is absolutely insanely good, but of course because of the nature of the craft, this one is something that most likely only whales should go for, because the actual craft is very expensive. So this is a skip for me, as well as the scam. It's literally what the name says, it's a scam. It has 10% bonus power, it costs you a total of 12k green parts, and this is infinitely expensive, guys. This is around 1k plus Rollertoken, if not even more, depending on the market prices of those green parts here. So yeah, this scam is a scam. Only go for it if you're an absolute whale, and if you definitely want a scam miner, because there's, I think, only 8 of them in the entire game. So you will have something in your collection that basically nobody owns, if that's your thing. But definitely for me, the scam is a scam and a skip. The next and the last craft is the Bitlight Juice, and this one has 62p in power. It can be sold in the marketplace, and it's already on tier 5 merged. This craft is absolute infinitely expensive, guys. It costs you 80k of each of the white parts here, and at the moment, because of the puzzle event and the merching quest, white parts of course went up, and you need 80k times 3, so you will have an estimated of 600 Rollertoken worth of parts that you would need to purchase to make that miner. And because it's already level 5, you will have now a miner with 62p and 17.4% bonus power. And I think for the miner itself, with this bonus power and this stat, 600 Rollertoken worth of parts is a definite overkill of merching fees. So I do not really recommend purchasing this, even though you would have the 600 Rollertoken, unless you really want the miner. But I think sometimes we get better stuff and better deals from events and things that do not cost us 600 Rollertoken. So maybe you should skip on this one, even though if you would have the tokens spare here, because I think in the future you can just invest them a little bit better. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!